and thank you for joining us today on Chatham County's newest original content show. I'm Abby Murphy, Public Information Assistant for the Chatham County Public Information Office. I will be your host for the Chatham Parks and Recreation Show. Over the past year, Chatham County officials have worked diligently to restructure Channel 16. It is our goal to deliver insightful and accurate information to you, our viewers. Last month, we debuted our first recurring program called The Chat with Chatham, hosted by Chatham County Public Information Officer Catherine Glasby. The Chat will air a new episode every month and take you on a journey inside the many different departments within the county. Expanding on the success of The Chat, we here at Team Chatham wanted to give our viewers a more intimate look at one of the county's most visible departments. Whether you enjoy going out on the docks and catching fish at Tom Triplett Park, or perfecting your moves at the new skate park within Lake Mayer, everyone at some point has enjoyed the amenities provided to you by the county. However, maybe there are still places that you never knew were open to the public. Did you know that most of our parks have beautiful facilities that may be rented out for that perfect family gathering that you have been planning? Or maybe your work team would like to book a conference room with a great view of the lake for your next company retreat. These are questions that we plan to answer for you. Now that we've taken care of the housekeeping, let's dive right into the show. And what better way to start than to hear from the Director of Parks and Recreation? We had a chance to sit down with Steve Proper to get an overview on the day-to-day operations of his department.
Hi, I'm Catherine Glasby, and today I have Steve Proper, the Director of Parks and Recreations for Chatham County, here with me today. Welcome, Steve.
Thank you.
So today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what Parks and Recreation does. We have a lot of parks here in Chatham County. Sometimes people don't even know there are parks. And I kind of wanted to get a sense of what you guys do. It isn't just maintaining a park. It isn't just doing programs. It's a whole host of things. So kind of give us a little bit of idea of what you guys do.
Yeah, we have a whole host of things. We have everything from nature trails to nature preserves to boat ramps to golf courses to, and we do have a lot of programs from Zumba to youth football to youth basketball and baseball, and we do a whole host of things at Parks and Recreation.
I know you can also rent some of our facilities. So like the Tybee Pier and at Lake Mayer, there's 3 or 4 different facilities there that people can rent. How do they go about doing that, and when is it appropriate for them to do that?
We do have an online service. Just go to Chatham County website and follow the prompts, and you'll get there. Just Chatham County Parks and Recreation. And also, you can always call our office too.
Excellent. Steve, one of the things that my department recently did for you guys was to create a new logo for the Parks and Recreation Division. And one of the things that was in there, quite a few of the things I expected. We had things like soccer and football and baseball. But the one that kind of threw me was fishing. But we actually have quite a few places here that people can fish.
Oh yeah, we even have tournaments at Lake Mayer. We have fishing tournaments out at the pier for the youth. One in particular is for the youth out at the Tybee Island Pier. And also you can fish at Scottsdale Park. So we have a lot of options, and they're spread around the county.
That's great. I think it's wonderful that we have all these different programs. I know that we have the Frank G. Murray Community Center, and they have things such as bingo, they have movie night, they have aerobic classes, they have Zumba, all of those things. And again, you can check the Parks and Recreation's webpage for their calendar of events every month. Steve, why do we have these kinds of programs for our community?
Well, I think it's good to, it's a quality of life issue with the community. The citizens want a place to recreate, and so we give them many options for all ages. Everyone needs to recreate from your small kids to the older senior citizen population that we have, and everywhere in between.
And I think it's important to note too, Steve, that every so often we look at what we offer in recreation, what facilities we have, what fields we have, and what we need to do to upgrade those or make sure that we're providing the right services. And we're actually in the middle of doing that right now with a company called Greenplay. Will you tell us a little bit about what they're doing and the timeline of which we expect to have this master plan?
Well, Greenplay is a consultant firm that specializes in parks and recreation. They do there's a comprehensive plan that they're going to put out, and they do everything from the programming to evaluating the facilities to seeing what services we may duplicate with other agencies, and to see how we can partner with other agencies, private or public. So I think it's going to be very beneficial, this plan. They've done a great job all over the country. Amazing.
One other thing that I wanted to touch on real quick, we have some youth programs that come up this time of year. I know we've had youth football and things like that, but youth basketball is one that's coming up. We've talked before outside of this interview about facilities for that. Can you give us an update on what's going on for basketball?
Sure. This is going to be our first year having a basketball program, and we've partnered with everything from churches to local civic groups to all kinds to get these basketball facilities. We do not have any basketball facilities on our own at this point. Chatham County doesn't, but we are partnering with other agencies. And we're looking forward to a very good basketball season. It's for all kids from 5 on up to 12. So come join us. It's going to be a great program.
And one last thing I wanted to ask you about, because it's something that people have heard about for the last couple months in the news. Memorial Stadium. We're in the middle of a huge renovation for Memorial Stadium. I'm not even sure at this point if we're going to raise the whole thing and start over or if it's done piece by piece, but can you give us a little bit of an update?
Well, yeah, in early December, the stadium is going to be coming down. It's going to be demolished, and we're going to build almost a $13 million facility. That's what we're going to bring it up to. It's going to be real nice. It's going to have artificial turf. We're going to sound system, lighting. Going to be state of the art. So we're really looking forward to it because, as everyone knows, all the local football teams do play in that stadium, and also we play other counties and other high school football there. But we are looking to change it up a little bit at the stadium. We're going to have concerts. We're going to have soccer. We're going to have lacrosse. We're gonna really change it up, and we're gonna have someone in that facility almost every weekend. So we're really looking forward to that.
What a great benefit to the county and to our recreation department to be able to use it as a multi-use facility versus just several months out of the year. That's great.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you, Steve, for stopping by today, and we'll be talking with you more in future episodes.
Thank you.
Thanks.
For more information regarding all park hours, reservations, and park amenities, please visit parks.chathamcounty.org. You can also like our Facebook page. Just search for Chatham County Parks and Recreation. Coming up, we'll take you to the newest amenity that has rolled its way into Lake Mare Park. We'll also visit with staff at the county's beautiful Henderson golf course.
I'm a tour conductor. I take you around and see the sights. My situation before I found United Way and the CAP program, I was working 2 jobs and barely paying my bills. I have barriers in my criminal background which prevented me from finding the job that I needed and wanted. They helped me with resume building, job skills, and they helped me become professional when I go out to interviews. Because of United Way and Step Up Savannah, I found a job that I'm passionate about and really love, and I'm going places today.
Welcome back to Chatham Parks and Recreation. Team Chatham is continuously adding new features and attractions to our many parks. James Aberson, a member of our occupational and safety team, gives us more information about the most recent addition to Lake Mayer Park.
3, 2, 1, cut!
The Chatham County Board of Commissioners and staff recently held a ribbon-cutting ceremony for the new skateboard park at Lake Mayer. The new park is a 7,000 square foot concrete facility that includes ramps, bowl corners, handrails, banks, flat bars, and ledges. It is the first of its kind in the county. The park was 100% funded by Chatham County Skate Park supporters. They received $115,000 from a t-shirt campaign with Mark by Marc Jacobs clothing, and $25,000 was donated by the Tony Hawk Foundation. The remaining funds were raised through local grassroots fundraising. This included art shows and concerts, dinners, and private donations. Chatham County provided available land within Lake Mayer Park for the project. The skateboard park was designed and built by Orlando, Florida-based company Team Payne Skate Parks. They have been a world-renowned skate park builder for over 30 years. Ben Mayer, CEO for Chatham County Skate Park supporters, first approached the Chatham County Board of Commissioners with the idea for a skate park in 2009. He spent the next several years promoting and advocating for the park, believing it would have a positive impact on the community.
You know, it's definitely gets people to get outside and get off their cell phones and social media and like engage with other people, meet different people of different backgrounds, creed. You know, I made some of my best friends through skateboarding that I still know to this day, and I've been skating for over 20 years.
The skateboard park is an addition to the existing recreation facilities, including tennis and basketball courts, baseball fields, a jogging track, a freshwater lake stocked with fish, and many other amenities. All of the recreation is free and open to the public. The variety of options available within Lake Mayer Park brings together a diverse group of people, something Ben Mayer says fits right in with the skateboard park.
People of different ages, different genders, you know, it's great. It's a multicultural melting pot. You'll find you'll see 40-year-olds skating with 12-year-olds and learning from each other.
The skateboard park is open during regular park hours and is free to the public. Keeping all of the county's parks in pristine condition is not an easy task. It takes lots of manpower as well as countless hours of planning and preparation. One way the Parks and Recreation Department is able to pull off such a momentous task is with the help of local partners within the community. One of these partners, the Savannah Tree Foundation, recently honored Chatham County with an award. The Savannah Tree Foundation's mission is to preserve, protect, and plant canopy trees in Chatham County. The foundation promotes an awareness of trees as vital environmental resources and an important part of our cultural heritage. This is done through direct action and education. Savannah Tree Foundation is a local nonprofit and has planted over 4,000 trees in the community. The foundation has partnered with Chatham County on several tree plantings. This includes trees planted along Whitfield Avenue at the Truman Parkway, as well as plantings at the intersection of White Bluff Road and the Truman Parkway. Each year, the Savannah Tree Foundation bestows 3 Founders Awards to local organizations that have demonstrated a commitment to trees and nature. On October 15th, the foundation hosted an awards picnic at Savannah Country Day School, honoring Chatham County Parks and Recreation Department for making nature accessible to the public with the management of Whitmarsh Preserve. On November 17, 2017, the foundation officially presented its Founders Award to the Chatham County Parks and Recreation Department. Heather Gordon stood before the county commissioners expressing Savannah Tree Foundation's gratitude.
And we want to commend Chatham County for their work with parks. Years ago, Chatham County commissioned the Natural Resource Protection Commission. And that group identified properties such as Whitmarsh Preserve and really was the driving force behind getting that area conserved and made available to the public. Today, Whitmarsh Preserve is a thriving park. It is an economic asset to Chatham County, and it makes our community healthier and safer. So for that, we want to recognize Chatham County, and in particular the Parks and Recreation Department, with our Page Hunger Pillar Founders Award for the preservation of Whitmarsh Preserve.
Savannah Tree Foundation has several future projects in the works also. Their After the Storm program aims to help local communities regrow trees after a hurricane or natural disaster. Another project in the works is a marsh restoration at Savannah State University. Also, the Savannah Tree Foundation will be working with the City of Savannah at Beasley Park Forest to build public access to nature. If you would like to become involved with the Savannah Tree Foundation, or if you just want more general information, visit their webpage at savannahtree.com, or you can call them at 912-233-8733. When we hear the words parks and recreation, most of us usually focus on the parks more than the recreation. Fortunately, the county has plenty of recreation to offer to our residents. One of our most beautiful recreation areas is Henderson Golf Club. Henderson recently celebrated its grand reopening, and I had a chance to chat with some of our staff at the club. Let's take a look. Henderson Golf Club is a beautiful 18-hole championship course conveniently situated here in Savannah. Located off of Interstate 95 and Highway 204 on Al Henderson Drive, Henderson has breathtaking views of centuries-old live oaks draped with Spanish moss, pristine wetlands, towering pines, and magnolia trees. Golfers will find the front 9 holes open and rolling like a traditional links course, while the back 9 offers tree-lined fairways in a natural setting. Henderson is a par 71 layout that covers 6,700 yards. Owned by Chatham County, Henderson is one of the many alluring attractions within the Parks and Recreation Department. Until recently, the golf course was managed and maintained by a third-party company. However, less than stellar upkeep and complaints from nearby residents prompted county management to take a closer look at the general welfare of the club. On September 1st, 2016, Chatham County Parks and Recreation Management assumed responsibility for the daily maintenance of Henderson.
So a year ago, Chatham County Parks and Recreation took back over management of Henderson Golf Course. So when we took it over, it took about a year to get it back up and running to the level that we wanted it to be. Had to do a lot of work on the greens, some good work in the clubhouse. And so the golf course has been here for many years. However, this will be the first year that the county's operated it. And so we wanted to have a grand opening, present it to the public again and the community and see the good work that we've been doing.
The club has undergone many changes in the past year. Not only has the county restored the physical property to its former glory, many professional services and incentives are now offered to attract old and new members. One of those enticements is the addition of golf professional Gordon Gannan. We caught up with Gordon at a recent Beat the Pro challenge to get his perspective on the changes that have taken place.
We're in really good shape and that we're out here. I think a lot of people have kind of lost that. I know some folks, they heard about the transition or that the last management company was no longer here. And I think a lot of people are under the impression that we're not open. And yeah, not only are we open, but we're in great shape right now. So it's a really good time to come out and play, for sure.
While Henderson's eye-catching scenery alone is enough to attract tourists from all over, the complexity of the course itself is the real standout feature for the passionate golfer. It is a course where accuracy and finesse are paramount over length. Significant undulations combined with generous collars require a delicate touch at each green.
Well, the biggest thing is the layout. It's very different from a lot of the other golf courses. A lot of other golf courses are very wide open. You really don't have to think about anything. When you hit shots, you kind of close your eyes and take a swing and go find it and hit it again. Henderson Golf Club, a little shorter golf course, a lot tighter. You kind of have to think your way around things. You know, you kind of have to pick your shots. You can't hit driver everywhere. So it really challenges all aspects of your game.
The course may be challenging, but that shouldn't be a deterrent for those who have never played the sport.
Well, I am not much of a golfer either. I play maybe 3 or 4 times a year. I've played this course. There's definitely some challenges to it, but It's definitely beginner friendly. I would be a beginner, I would say, and I played it and didn't lose too many golf balls. So that's always a sign. If you don't lose too many balls, I think it's not that hard of a course.
The Parks and Recreation Department recently held a re-grand opening at Henderson Golf Club. This gave current members and local residents a chance to see firsthand how much hard work the county has put into bettering the club.
September 2nd, it's Labor Day weekend. Yeah, it's kind of like the 1-year anniversary, if you say, of the county taking over operations of the golf course. And yeah, we're going to have all kinds of fun stuff. We're going to have, I think, a moonwalk for the kids. We're going to do some demo stuff on the range, in the shop, and we're just going to have everything in the golf course on display for everybody.
Even as the staff celebrates the achievements they have accomplished in revitalizing the club over the past year, management continues to look towards future improvements.
Just aside from the golf course being in good shape, you know, we do offer memberships out here for a great value. We do lessons, we do re-gripping, and here coming up pretty soon, we're going to start doing some golf fitness as well. So all those things, amenities are available here at Henderson Golf Club.
So if you're looking for an enjoyable and unique playing experience, Henderson Golf Course just might be the hole-in-one for you. Henderson Golf Club is truly stunning. For more information on Henderson, just visit hendersongolfclub.com or call 912-920-4653. Don't go anywhere. When we return, we'll give you an exclusive look at what makes Mother Matilda Beasley Park so special to Chatham County.
All right, Don, this place, just like the place on 39, trust me. Scope it out with the place on 39. We're about to go scope it out, and I can already tell you, from that car, they're gonna have...
Crimestoppers, how may I help you?
Hi, I might have some information. Do I have to give my name?
We never ask for your name. We are completely anonymous. Now, after I get the information you are providing to us, you'll choose a code number that you will use anytime you call Crimestoppers concerning this case.
I don't want the police showing up here.
Police may be in your area going door to door asking neighbors if they saw anything about this crime, but they won't know that you called Crimestoppers. Now, what information would you like to leave with us?
There are people outside talking.
They said that a guy named Don robbed a house while he was in a red car on 39th Street.
Can you describe Don to me?
He's white, about 5'9", 160 pounds. I don't really know him, but I guess he'd be in his 20s.
Okay, now let's create that code we discussed at the beginning of our call. It's unique to you, and you can choose the code.
I guess I'll go with 06115.
Okay, now remember, we cannot contact you, but you can call us back at any time. Call us back in a couple of weeks. Tell us just your code number, and we will let you know the amount of the reward and which bank to collect your reward. It's just that easy.
What about the cameras at the bank? Will I still be anonymous?
Again, you only need your code number to collect the reward. You have 60 days from the time it is approved to pick it up.
Whoa, I really didn't have to give my name.
Welcome back to Chatham Parks and Recreation. As we've mentioned many times, the staff of the Parks and Recreation Department are constantly working to maintain and improve our county parks. That also includes getting input from the local community. The Parks and Recreation Department recently hosted 3 public engagement meetings at various locations. The meetings were conducted by Greenplay, a recreation management consulting firm based out of Colorado. Greenplay was hired to update the Parks and Recreation Master Plan for Chatham County. Representatives from Greenplay met with focus groups, held stakeholder meetings, and also conducted leadership summits. On October 26th, Greenplay presented the information gathered over the course of the 3 meetings to the public. Art Thatcher describes what he found as a reoccurring concern for residents.
One of the things that came out of the process is that the citizens are very concerned about making sure that that the county upgrades their facilities that currently exist before they really start building new facilities, making sure that they're in good repair and that they're usable. Drainage and parking were key issues that came up, but we hear that a lot, around the country as we do these projects. One of the things that really kind of came out is there's a really big passion for youth and young people, both in sports as well as in the arts.
Another prominent issue that came up during the meetings was a lack of sports and athletic opportunities for females.
There aren't a lot of opportunities for female athletes. There are a lot for male, but because there are no gyms in the county, there's really not an opportunity for girls basketball or girls volleyball. So kind of if they play co-ed with the boys.
After the final meeting, Greenplay had the opportunity to compile all of the collected data. We asked them what would be the next step in the process of updating the master plan.
Our next steps is we'll take the information that we've gathered. We'll be developing a needs assessment survey, which we'll mail out to 3,500 random residents within the county right after the first of the year. And then we'll also take that exact same survey, put it on the website, and there'll be an open link that anybody in the county can fill it out. We do the random sample so that it's statistically valid. We keep the two separate.
Greenplay recently partnered with 2 local landscape firms, Thomas & Hutton and JB&A. The firms are doing inventory analysis of all the current parks and facilities in Chatham County. They are grading each facility on its current conditions, as well as mapping them so that county leadership will know where all of the current amenities and facilities are. This will grow management to narrow down where the gaps in services are located. In the end, Mr. Thatcher stated that Chatham County faces many of the same dilemmas as other counties around the country. We asked him what he believes is the key to successfully providing recreations and amenities that effectively serves the community.
The challenge is with the counties that is working with the towns and cities within the counties, making sure that there's a unified approach. And I think the Leadership Summit this afternoon kind of really began to start that conversation, and everybody was willing to kind of begin to unify around recreation within the county.
We finally reached the part of the program that I'm truly excited about. Now I get to present to you the remarkable history of Mother Matilda Beasley Park. I received the opportunity to tour the park and cottage with Parks and Recreation Director Steve Proper. This led us on a historical voyage, learning so much information about the amazing woman the park is named after. Mother Matilda Beasley Park is perhaps one of Chatham County's most historic locales. Located on East Broad Street, across from the St. Benedict the Moor Catholic Church, Beasley Park offers a wide range of amenities for the local community. There is a completely fenced-in area of the park where residents can let their furry little friends enjoy the outdoors with no worries. Other features of the park include a baseball and softball field, as well as a multi-purpose paved track. Next to the field is the pavilion, which opened in the spring of 2012 along with 2 playgrounds. The park's close proximity to Savannah College of Arts and Design, as well as neighboring East Broad Street Elementary, ensures that Beasley Park has around-the-clock security. While the park's many multi-purpose facilities make the area an instant attraction for local residents, one structure in particular stands out among the rest. The Mother Matilda Beasley Cottage sits at the entrance of the park and has been a hallmark of the area since 2014, leaving many visitors to inquire about the life of the namesake of the park. Mother Matilda was born on November 14, 1832 in New Orleans. Her mother Caroline was a slave and owned by James C. Taylor. During this time period, the state of Louisiana was predominantly of Catholic faith, therefore slave owners had to adhere to the state's code of noir.
They followed the Catholic teachings, and so it was required that people who were masters and had servants or those who were enslaved as part of their sort of household were required to baptize those people. And so we found her baptismal record, and in her baptismal record it indicated the date of her birth.
Little is known of Matilda's early life in Louisiana, nor is there record of how she achieved her freedom to move to Savannah as a young woman. To help better understand the timeline of Matilda's life, the county partnered with the Catholic Diocese of Savannah. Katie Pereira, the Director of Archives and Management for the Catholic Diocese of Savannah, worked with county officials to detail an accurate timeline of Matilda's life.
When she came to Savannah in 1860, we know that her name was Matilda Taylor, and she shows up on a census as Matilda Taylor.
During the 1860s, Matilda worked at a Bryan Street restaurant called the Railroad House. The owner, Abraham Beasley, was a prosperous widower who owned land and several businesses.
After the war in 1869, she married Abraham Beasley. Abraham Beasley was a man of color, who was a free man of color, and he was also an entrepreneur. He had a number of businesses in the city. We have a marriage license for them from 1869.
On March 3, 1869, Matilda is conditionally baptized at the Cathedral of St. John the Baptist. Matilda and Abraham were both very active in their faith, working with the Benedictines who came to Savannah in the 1870s with the intent to serve persons of color. After Abraham's death in 1877, Matilda continued to be a pioneer within the Catholic Church. She traveled to England and continued her training to become a nun before returning to Savannah. Matilda donated her late husband's estate to the Sacred Heart Catholic Church of Savannah in order to establish an orphanage, the St. Francis Home for Colored Orphans. Mother Matilda continued to serve the church, her community, and the orphanage until her death.
She passed away in this house while she was praying, which is very significant. We have newspaper articles that confirm that.
Mother Matilda's dedication not only to her faith, but to all the orphan children she helped to give shelter to, has created a lasting legacy in Savannah. In 1982, a park was dedicated in her honor on East Broad Street.
This was owned by the Catholic Diocese, and they gave this to her, this cottage. So she was obviously very significant in the local Catholic Church.
In 2011, the Chatham County Board of Commissioners approved a contract that would allow for the relocation and renovation of the cottage where Mother Matilda lived until her death. Commissioner James Holmes of the 2nd District became one of the most active and vocal supporters of the project.
What we did is looked around and see how could we develop a community park. Joe Rivers and I talked about Mother Beasley. And from that, all we can say is that we look at that park and say what we want to do is develop it, not only as a park to drop in, but it's a park for everybody to come and use.
In the summer of 2014, Commissioner Holmes' vision for Beasley Park began to take shape as the cottage was relocated to Mother Matilda Beasley Park. Following months of renovation on both the inside and outside, the cottage was opened to the public as an interpretive site to commemorate the life and work of Mother Matilda Beasley.
Savannah is a historic city. Everybody's stories being told. Everybody come from all over the country, come to Savannah. What I'm looking to do is connect Mother Beasley's name with the many tourists that are going to visit Mother Beasley Cottage.
Just a reminder, you can visit the Mother Matilda Beasley Cottage on Wednesday from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. and Saturday from 10 until 3. The cottage is located in Mother Matilda Beasley Park on East Broad Street. Well, that's all we have time for today. I've truly enjoyed being your tour guide. Join me every month here on Channel 16 for exclusive interviews with our team members and county experts. You can also visit us at parks.chathamcounty.org and follow us on Facebook for the most up-to-date events. I'm your host, Abby Murphy, and I'll see you next time.